What's good, y'all? Crosswalk, we back at y'all again, man. We've been out for a couple of weeks. It's been a couple of weeks, 1 week, 2 weeks.
Bro, it feels like forever, honestly.
It does. But it's episode 45. Before we get into the number 45, how are you doing? How's the week been treating you?
Man, I can't complain. Monday was definitely a Monday today after the long weekend, short week last week. But back to the normal routine, getting to be back on Crosswalk. We got a lot to go down in the sports world, man, just in the last couple hours of the last couple of days. So we got a lot to talk about. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, for sure. So episode 45. Now, you said that this was an easy one for you. I'm pretty sure I know where you're going, but
oh yeah,
what 45 you got?
Man, when 45 for me, bro, two words come to mind. I'm back.
Yeah,
Michael Jeffrey Jordan, dog. The one man out there that just says those two words and just sets the sports world ablaze pre-social media era. I don't think there's been anybody that come out of retirement and had the same type of impact on the announcement as Michael Jordan. So for me, it's 45 Michael Jordan. It's an easy one for me, bro.
Yeah. My 45, I mean, it's a spinoff from that one. So my 45 is Donovan Mitchell, who wears 45 because of that very situation. So, I mean, it all goes back to the source, the greatest of all time. So, yeah, that's the first one I thought of, especially considering we just saw him, playing not too long ago. Not playing well, but he was playing. But so this weekend, wait, I wasn't up, I wasn't awake the whole time, but did you actually wake up and do the streaming for Road to FC and
bro, I'm about this life, man. Hell yeah, I got my ass up 3 days in a row, man, and was hurting too, man. I'm talking about I was in bed at 8, 9 p.m. to try and get up early in the morning, man, to make sure I covered Road to the UFC and UFC Macau, bro. Definitely covered it all. It was a dope 3 days, I'll be honest.
Yeah. So I didn't watch the entirety of the card because, like I said, I was asleep. And but I did see the main card, of course. And so we can start right there, man. And shout out to Ola. He's had an interesting few days.
Bro, it's been an emotional roller coaster over there for him, dog.
Yeah. UFC Vincent talking about Beast Cross. But we ain't getting out of that. All right. So give me your MVP of the card for the card on Saturday.
So MVP of the card for me, we got vintage Sergey Pavlovich back, man. It was a joy to see, joy to watch. Honestly, I was kind of expecting, especially after what we saw of Taliesin Teixeira in his last fight against Tai Tuivasa. Man, Sergey did not mess around. He did vintage Sergey Pavlovich, just got in there, blitzed him, got him out of there, and it was brutal, man. So for me, it's Sergey Pavlovich. What about you?
Yeah, that's a good one, man. Mine is Atomic Alonzo Menifield. Man, the way that he went back to the way that he fought before he got into the UFC, where he was just a menace, a problem. And he took Ming Yang and was like, this is supposed to be your thing, getting people out of here in the first round. Let's see if you can actually do it. And I mean, put that boy. I mean, he did Derek Lewis things to him. I saw you mention that in the chat.
Absolutely.
Derek Lewis can't win in Texas. Ming Yang apparently can't win in China
at all, bro. At all. And you just it was kind of like all the air and all the sound just got sucked out of the building when Menifield finished him too, bro. It was kind of like China, man, they didn't have anybody to win until Song Yadong in the main event. So I could only imagine all the energy. It was like, finally we're gonna get one, and then Zhang Mingyang gets brutally finished.
Yeah, it was bad. It was real bad. Imagine we're talking about Angela Carlos Prates. So I didn't get to see Angela's fight, but tell me about that fight.
I ain't get to see it either. I was still asleep.
Mhm.
Bro, like
Apparently she did
I
well.
want to say I think I got up about an hour before the main card just to like get myself together and get locked in for the main card. So I definitely missed it, but I heard it was a beatdown.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what the highlights say. But so who was your loser of the card?
The loser of the card for me, I'm gonna go a little off the radar here. Nah, we were just talking about Zhang Mingyang. Zhang Mingyang for me was a loser of the card, bro. Like, like just not that long ago, he was headlining the card in China, loses to Johnny Walker, gets finished by Johnny Walker, then kind of got, a favorable matchup, if you will, against Lonzo Minifield. I mean, guy that's starting on the end of his career, the bottom of the rankings, and it's kind of like a shoe-in, essentially. He go out there and get brutally finished, man. I don't know where he goes from here. I don't know where his confidence is going to be from here, but he's got to go back to the drawing board and make some changes to figure some stuff out.
Yeah, totally agree with that. Mine is Cameron Smotherman.
Ooh, yeah.
Man, he came in, he looked the part. He was, when he came into the UFC, I feel like Adrian Yanez was still ascending. He hadn't run into his issues yet. And Cameron just looked like another version of the same person.
Mm-hmm.
And to see him just getting destroyed,
the
way that he's been getting destroyed, having issues, previous fights on the scale, like he's definitely got some things that he needs to fix in his process before his next fight. Hopefully he gets another chance in the UFC.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my loser of the card for sure.
Yeah, going into that, man, just speaking on Smotherman for a second, like I got to see him on the regional scene at Fury FC in person. Yeah. And then like seeing him in the UFC, I didn't like the matchup going into this fight because, I mean, Kyle Sakura moving up a weight class, so I figured he would be the faster guy, which he was. A striker. Smotherman gets hit a lot. I just thought it was a recipe for bad things, and I went with Asakura by KO. I picked in the second round, but he got him out of there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yeah, this was right in his wheelhouse. Kyle Sakura, he, initially was matched up with people who were going to test his ground game, and that's just not where he shines at all. And Cameron was not going to do that, and so it was perfect for him. It was set up for him to be successful the way that he was, for sure.
Absolutely.
Whose stock went down the furthest for you?
Stock went down. All right, I'm gonna go a little different on this. Just hear me out, chat. This guy won his fight, but I don't think he won anything in his performance. For me, that's Jake Matthews, man. Like, Carlston Harris took the fight on shorter notice, and it kind of looked like Jake Matthews was playing it real safe, playing with his food. And there were multiple opportunities where he could have finished the fight. And I mean, that's just not what he did. And I think it kind of left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. And he's going to have to come back next time. And he's going to have to do something to make a better impression, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was a bad look for him. Just when you think Jake Matthews is about to turn the corner and start to make a run, like things like this happen. I mean, he won the fight, but these are fights that I feel like you should win with style points, and he just doesn't do it. My stock down was Taliesin Teixeira. In a shallow division, you have all these physical tools. Well, how tall is he? What is he? 6'8"?
6'7".
Yeah. And getting slimed out like that, like I mean, don't get me wrong, Sergey Pavlovich is, he was the boogeyman for a little while there.
Yep.
But I just feel like this might be who Taliesin Teixeira is. He might be Stefan Struve. That might be who he is.
Yeah. The way it's looking at heavyweight, you got the top 5, and then it's just everybody else at heavyweight. Like the top 5 is legit. You got some good fighters there. I mean, think about it. You got Aspinall, Gane, Alex, Volkov, Sergey Pavlovich, and then Waldo Cortez Acosta's right there. But then after that, it's a steep drop off of heavyweight. Maybe Josh Hockey can inject himself into that group after his fight at the White House. We'll see. But for me, that's pretty much how I look at heavyweight.
Hey, so how do you think a Sergey Pavlovich Josh Hockey fight goes?
Bro, I think Hockey gets slimed out. I think Hockey gets slimed out by Sergey Pavlovich, bro. I get it. I know people love Josh Hockey. I get it. People love the skit, all that. But I just think it's a very bad matchup for him. You got Sergey Pavlovich, 84-inch reach, massive power. Josh Hockey does get hit a lot, but I will say this. He does have a path to victory if he were to fight Sergey Pavlovich with the wrestling and the grappling, because that's what Volkov kind of did to him a little bit. But, man, vintage Sergey Pavlovich, I think he'll slime out Josh Hockey.
Yeah, if he goes in there at vintage Sergey Pavlovich, 38 seconds. He gets him out in there 38 seconds. No problem. But if he goes in there the way that he was fighting before this one, then that just opens the door for Hockey. But we'll see. We'll see how the things go for him. But I hope that that's the fight that we would get to see, because I do want to see Hockey get knocked out.
I think that if you think about it, if Hockey beats Derek Lewis, it makes sense, because I don't think they're going to do Sergey Pav against Volkov again. We've already seen it.
Yeah,
both of them still in the top 5, but both of them are probably going to need another fight, because we got an interim title fight, and Aspinall going to come back and fight the winner. So both of them going to have to fight somebody else. So they're going to have to figure it out.
Is Aspinall going to come back?
Bro, I was thinking it as I was saying it, but I'm trying to let the Tom Aspinall fans live right now.
Yeah. He might not, man. I don't know.
Yeah, he might not.
But you know what? If he doesn't, then boy, it's gonna be open season on him.
Bro, him, McDane, bro, everybody in the UK is gonna catch hell if he don't come back and fight.
Yeah, they are. See me, and you jump into the chat real quick. Ola said the one time he put Minifield on the bus, his black ass go out and wins.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's what happens. Yeah, his bus is filling quite nicely. Grimy said I couldn't believe Cross woke up early that many days in a row.
Shit, I couldn't believe it either.
Yeah. He said Aspinall going to gender robot eye doctor. I hope not.
Good. That's a good shout right there.
It's gonna be messed up. Darren Till is I did see. Did you see his?
Bro, yes, I saw it. It was a brutal finish too, bro. And bro, he got dropped right before that, and then you just can tell, man. Darren Till, his counter striking is legit, bro. And he knocked Buddy out like a light.
Yeah, it was bad. I mean, he looked amazing. Now he might be on juice. I don't know, but
he looked, bro. That was the best shape we've ever seen him in.
I've never seen him in that good shape. Yeah. Even when he was hanging out with Hamzat. Never seen it. Okay, cool. Let's jump into the NBA real quick. So obviously everybody knows OKC lost to the Spurs. What did you think about that game 7?
For me, game 7 kind of looked like Chet Holmgren didn't really want to be there and didn't really want to compete. I was pretty much expecting Holmgren and Wemby to be matched up the entire game, because I just don't see how OKC can just all game just not have another athletic big on Wemby for the whole game. And when Wemby dunked on him literally like 2 minutes into the game, I was like, that ain't good. That is not good. And basically after that, Chet Holmgren was just out there in body, but his spirit was not there, bro. Like, he just did not want to compete. And there was actually a video of Jason Williams on the internet talking about it. And he was like, bro, you got to seem like you got to want to be out there and compete. And that's pretty much how it looked.
Do you remember before the series even started, I was like, Chet, this series is about Chet. What is Chet going to do? Wemby going to be Wemby. I mean, That's who he be. But like Chet, he fades in and fades out. And you can't have 4 points and 4 rebounds in a closeout game and be, getting paid over $40 million.
Mm-hmm.
We just can't do that. That's just not gonna work. So you're of the 3 top paid players on your team, one of them's out with injury, can get healthy, and the
Yep.
other one might as well be out with injury because he don't do nothing when he out there.
Yep.
I mean, it's actually ridiculous that they were even that close in the game, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, AJ Mitchell was out too. Like, they got some decisions they need to make, man. Because I don't even think that Chet. I mean, and I mentioned it before when we, when I mentioned my first, second, and third team All NBA. I didn't have Chet on there because I don't think that he deserves to be there. He fades in and fades out too much.
Yeah. And that whole matchup with him and Wemby, bro, it goes back to when they were both teenagers, dog. They played against each other in the Worlds, and Team USA beat France. And obviously, Chet Holmgren was the #1 player of his class. Wemby was the #1 player in his class. And when France lost, bro, Wemby was in tears, bro. So you already knew what time it was when these two got matched up. You knew Wemby was going to be ready to do what he ended up doing.
Mm-hmm. And he's going to keep doing that every year, directly to Chet because of that situation. Because Wemby petty like that. And I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. So now we have the Knicks and the Spurs for the championship. I think it's the
Wednesday's game 1.
Is it the 8th straight champion? 8th or 9th? It's been a while since we've had a repeat champion. So yeah, what are your thoughts going into the series, man? I know it starts on Wednesday.
So I'm really looking forward to this finals. Obviously New York's coming in red hot, but they've been off for like a week because they swept the Cavs. So I think that time off can end up affecting them in game 1. So I'm expecting the Spurs to come out and maybe have a bit more of a rhythm early on the first quarter. But I think it's going to be a really good series because I think the Knicks, they can stretch Wemby, get him out of the paint with Karl-Anthony Towns, because Karl-Anthony Towns will shoot the ball from the perimeter. So Wemby's gonna have to get out of the paint a little more. And I'm very curious to see how the Knicks go about defending Wemby, like who they start on him, and how physical are they gonna be with him, and what the refs are gonna allow. I think Brunson's gonna do what he usually does. He's gonna get his buckets. I'm curious to see who the Spurs actually put on Brunson. Are they going to go with Castle? Are they going to go with Fox? And how that's going to look, basically. But I can't wait for this series, though. It's a rematch of the 1999 NBA Finals.
Yep. And when it comes to Brunson, I think they do put Castle on him just because of that size and that dog that Castle plays with. I think that's going to work. I'm curious if they're going to start Fox or if they're going to start Harper.
I think they need to start Fox because when Harper come off the bench, bro, he does his thing when he come off the bench. Because you got to think, man, he plays real well off the bench. Super young. They ain't been here before. Gonna be in Madison Square Garden. De'Aaron Fox has played in the playoffs already. Got just a little bit more experience. I kind of like Harper coming off the bench early in the series, and then depending on how he's doing, maybe game 4, 5, 6, that's where you could possibly looking at put him in the starting lineup.
Maybe so. Maybe. I do think that the series is going to come down to whose 3-point shot is falling, and then also how. And you mentioned it before, how they defend Wemby. If they make him more into a shooter, then I think the Knicks will have success. But I think the Knicks have a really solid shot of winning the series. Whereas if they were playing OKC, I would be like, this is going to be about 4-1 and it's going to be over.
Yeah.
So it's definitely matchups. But there's a lot of moving parts, a lot of X factors. But ultimately it's going to come down to how they defend Wemby. Do they keep him out of the paint, and then how they attack him? You know, don't just let him sit down there and keep you from coming in the paint completely. Like actually attack him. So
yeah, because I think if Castle starts out on Brunson, it's going to be a lot of ball screen to get Castle off him. They're going to try and like force the switch. And I'm just curious, like, what defender they're going to attack if they don't want to. If they don't want Brunson to go at Castle, who they going to go at? They're going to go at Fox. They're going to go at Vassell. Like, bro, like the Spurs got so many guys that can defend.
I think if they go with the standard starting lineup that they've been using, and then and Fox is out there, of course they're going to attack Fox. Secondly, it'll be Champagny, and Champagny is a good defender. But I think that he's the weakest link out of the rest of them.
That makes sense.
But
how many games you see this series going?
6. But I mean,
Yeah,
I think the Spurs are going to win it. They're just going to figure out a way to win it. I'm going for the Knicks, but only, I mean, I don't care that much.
I got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
I'm not.
You just want to see some good basketball.
Exactly. I just want to see good basketball. I mean, there's going to be good storylines, but you know, if Wemby gets a chip, man, I mean, that's a big deal. Mm-hmm. That's a feather in your cap in your race to Goat Mountain.
Yeah,
that's something.
And then if the Spurs win, man, we're gonna have a little Spurs Thunder rivalry for the next like few years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Tone said, "Let's go Knicks, man." I mean, I for the Knicks, man, I hope they get it. Simply because it's been so long, man. 1973, that's a long time.
Yeah,
that's a long time.
Hey, but there's something about being a lovable losers, though.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I wouldn't know anything about it because nobody loves the Cowboys and we lose. Nobody loves us at all. We just get the losing part. Oh man! All right. So speaking of football, couple of trades. You know, just some minor trades that happened right before we came home, man.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one, Myles Garrett gets traded to the LA Rams for Jared Verse and a 2027 first rounder, and I think it's a 2028 second and third rounder.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah. Man, did you expect to see that on Monday, June 1st?
I'm gonna be honest, that was not on the bingo card, but I honestly think it makes sense for both teams. The Rams they're in a Super Bowl window right now with Matthew Stafford. 100% they're in a Super Bowl window. And now you bring in Myles Garrett, the former defensive player of the year. And I'm just gonna throw this out there. I feel like this is kind of out of left field. I think it might be a little bit easier for Aaron Donald to come back. I'm just saying.
He in the gym right now,
bruh, because he ain't gonna get doubled. He is not going to get doubled because Myles Garrett gonna get doubled every play, bro. And can you imagine? Like even if Aaron Donald isn't the same guy, let's say Aaron Donald is 80 or 85% of what he was. Him with Myles Garrett, bro, that's a problem. Problem. And you are not blocking that defensive line, period, if they get those two guys. So I'm pretty sure, Matthew Stafford, Sean McVay, they're gonna be on the phone like, hey, you saw the move we just made. Go ahead. We know you want to come back. We got that spot for you. Your locker still here. We got that spot for you.
Dude, I mean, does this put them firmly as the favorite to win the Super Bowl?
Favorite might be kind of tough because I mean, like the way Seattle looked and the run they went on, I definitely think they're probably like in the top two teams. I think it's literally like the Seahawks and the Rams probably gonna have the best odds to win the championship this year. And like, bro, when I saw the post for it, I didn't even think it was real. I was like, oh, this is just a rumor. This ain't real. Cause I sent it to you. I was like, I don't know if I believe it. Matter of fact, you sent it to me, and I was like, is this real?
Yeah. Nah, I saw Adam Schefter on there. I was like, okay, this is for real.
Yeah.
That's all I'm looking for is Adam. But dude, for me, I think the Rams are easily the favorite.
Yeah.
Not to say that no other team has a shot, but when you get the person who had the most sacks in the history of the game, in a season, and that just happened last year.
Yeah.
Like, and not only that, they got Trent McDuffie, one of the best corners, and they got Watson, another top corner. Like, I mean,
bro, I'm telling Aaron Donald gonna come back, bro. I'm telling you, Aaron Donald gonna come back for just maybe just a year. Cause and then him and Stafford can probably like go out together, honestly.
He might as well, man. Come back and get this ring.
For real.
Come back and get this ring. Cause I mean, it's gonna be right there for him, for sure. Their only problem, they have one problem on their team, and that's Puka Nacua. That is the one problem they have. Is Puka Nacua's head gonna be on right? If his head is on right, they have no issues. If it ain't, they're gonna have wide receiver issues.
I mean, bro, if with Myles Garrett, hypothetically, they bring Aaron Donald back, I don't think there'll be any worries about that, because you're gonna have some vets in the locker room, and everybody gonna know what time it is. Like, everybody, this is a championship type season that we trying to accomplish, and I definitely don't think Puka would jeopardize that, because you don't get opportunities like this where like a collection of so many great players come together and you get to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Me and Tone on the same page, clearly, in the chat, for sure. Grimy said the Puka's in rehab. I didn't know if he was still in there. I know he went, but I didn't know if he was still in. Which, I'm telling you, they better get that right. Another trade, and this is one we already knew about. We've been knowing this happened. AJ Brown goes to the Patriots. What are your thoughts on that one?
So I think Grimy put it in the chat. He said Diana was ahead of the game, breaking the news on that. The Patriots insider, bro. She got like super inside information over there. But just like you said when I said it, when I sent it to you earlier, like, this is just the secret we all knew what was going to happen. It totally made sense. You could see the writing on the wall last year. AJ Brown was just not happy in Philly at all. And, now he goes to a team that needed a wide receiver. And we're going to see, what that pairing looks like with Drake May.
Yeah. And yeah, for real, like Philly, where they drafted Makai Lemon. They picked up, Wicks, a couple of old Green Bay receivers to stack up the room. So, I mean, clearly he was gone. So now I'm curious, how is Drake May going to look with AJ Brown? He did really well, the previous year, but I'm curious now he's got a true number one, not an aging Stephon Diggs. So how is that going to work for him? And, will that help inflate his numbers and keep him from like just doing the medium passes, short passes, like actually stretching the field?
Well, I think he's going to have a better year than what he did in Philly, because I think they're going to get the ball to him. And the Patriots, man, they're going to have balance, because, with Vrabel, man, they're going to pound the rock, mix it up, play action. And I think he'll probably get a lot more single coverage, just because I feel like their running game, and they're going to stick to the run game. But I'm curious to see how it goes, for sure. And hopefully it works out for him, for real, because I want to see, big time players like play well, man, for real.
Yeah, I can't see the Patriots going, what did they win, 14 games? I can't see them doing that this year, but I do think that they'll get some better play out of Drake, because, throwing to a top tier receiver takes a little ease off of you as a quarterback, I'm sure.
Yeah, and then that offensive line's a year longer together, which I think will be big for them too.
Odell Beckham went back to the Giants.
I did see that. Yeah. Is that like legit, or is that kind of like they're bringing him in and kind of like, all right, like I'm gonna retire a Giant?
No, it's legit.
Okay. All right.
They brought in him and Juju Smith-Schuster.
Okay.
Which, you know, maybe 7 years ago, like this, that would have been a haul.
For real.
But we ain't 7 years ago now.
Yeah, I know they got Odell for cheap too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Probably a couple of dollars and a bottle of hairspray. But yeah, I'm interested to see how they I meant to ask you this. Did you see the Jackson Dart Abdul Carter thing?
I did see that. Now, haven't been in locker rooms, bro. Like, I know some people think this is gonna be a really big deal. I don't think there's gonna be a big deal at all, especially like in pro sports, because at the end of the day, like the way football works, we're all different. We all come together and we all have one goal we are striving for. When you lead a building, everybody goes their own different ways. They have different backgrounds. Now something I think would affect the team is if like somebody comes in like, oh, I'm not getting the ball, like I don't want to do this, like stuff like that. I definitely think can mess up the locker room. But people having different political beliefs, yeah, like people gonna say stuff out in the media, but when it's between the white lines, none of that gonna matter.
Yeah, I feel like that's what Jameis Winston was kind of talking about. He was just like, man, look, people can say what they want to say. There's freedom of speech and all that good stuff, but outside of that, like that doesn't matter in this football locker room at all. So
exactly,
it is what it is. Before we move on from this, did you or are you going to watch the NHL Finals?
Yeah, I mean it's on off nights from the NBA Finals, so I'm definitely gonna tune in for the Stanley Cup Finals, man. Like, bro, like the energy in there when you watching playoff hockey, man, it's different. I was doing a watch along for I think it was like one of the Eastern Conference games. It was like a 30-point game. Somebody in chat was like, man, just throw the NHL on. So I had them both going, and the NHL game was in like overtime, and it was a phenomenal game. So I'm definitely gonna be watching the Stanley Cup. But we got the Vegas Knights going up against the Carolina Hurricanes. So I'm looking forward to it. Should be a good series.
Yeah, I wish I was able to see it in person, because hockey in person is that's a whole nother level, man.
Bro, I keep hearing that, man. I've been meaning to go to one. I've never been to one, bro, but I definitely wanted to go to one.
It's different, man. You can see why all them white folks be so excited, man.
And then you get the fights too. Of course, you go like that,
and you get the fights. You know, some of them be sloppy, but hey, they fight still. And yeah, hockey is dope. Hockey is pretty cool. Maxwell said that Odell signed a 6-month seafood broil contract. Oh man,
my Lampstone, what's going on? Good to see you in here.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about some UFC matchups that were made recently.
Okay.
So I think you sent this one. Khalil Rountree facing off against former champion Magomed Ankalaev.
Yep. Headlining UFC Abu Dhabi, man. You know, it's the first fight back for Ankalaev after getting finished by Alex Pereira in like a minute. Khalil Rountree, I mean, it's crazy. These two dudes, I feel like, been ranked and haven't fought each other. But I'm actually curious to see how this matchup goes for Khalil, because I think it's a bad matchup for him personally. But He's so explosive, got the power, so he definitely got a puncher's chance, a striker's chance, I guess. But I'm curious to see how Ankalaev bounces back for getting finished by Alex Pereira.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a very interesting fight to see how much grappling Magomed Ankalaev does.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it would be responsible of him to stand and strike with Khalil, simply because, not to say that Ankalaev can't strike with him, because he can strike, but I feel like he's very conservative, and Khalil, he'll take some chances.
Yeah,
and especially with the mindset that he has now, I think that he'll, if Magomed comes in with a single track mind, it's going to be terrible for him. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm pretty sure, if I've seen all of Magomed Ankalaev's fights, I'm pretty sure he's going to come in and grapple.
Yeah, sure. But I will tell you though, like, I mean, Jan Blachowicz and Alex showed it, man. Like, Magomed Ankalaev, bro, like, his leg kick defense is not the greatest, and you can affect him very early in fights. And we know Khalil Rountree is a really good kicker at light heavyweight, so he definitely got a chance now. But I will. This is also a little nugget on this matchup. With it being in Abu Dhabi, I don't think Khalil Rountree can win a decision. I think he's gonna have to finish Magomed Ankalaev to win in Abu Dhabi. I don't think they're gonna give him a decision in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. Mata was very adamant that Khalil tortures Magomed.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I feel like the only dude Khalil Rountree's torch was Jamal Hill. Has he really just torched anybody else that was like anywhere around the top 5?
No. I mean, he embarrassed Anthony Smith, but that was more Anthony Smith problem.
Yeah, he was a corpse at that point, man. He on paper, he didn't want to be in there no more.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, you have a point though. Now, he was putting it on Alex for a while until Alex was like, "Nah, I'm finished. I'm done."
Bro, that was by design, man. Alex was slow playing him. That was by design, dog. That was by design.
That was a bad design.
Hey, I was so nervous watching. I'm like, man, what's going on? What's going on?
Dude, you know what he looked like, man? It reminded me of, when I was watching that, it reminded me of when Sean Strickland was piecing up Israel Adesanya.
Yeah.
I was like, this is not what's supposed to be happening. And it was the same thing with Khalil. I was like, Khalil is beating this dude standing. He's not supposed to be doing this. But Alex was like, nah. You ain't finna do that to me.
Yeah.
Oh, Grimy got a hot take here. He said, but I guess it's like how Cross only picks the black fighters. Then he picks Zhang, and look what happened. He upset the ancestors.
Bro, that's how it is, man. Like, bro, I was on the watching long, and Grimy wasn't even in there. And I was like, man, Grimy talked all this shit about how I always pick the black dude. And here it is a fight. I don't pick the black dude, and now he ain't here. Bro, I sent him a message. Literally about 10 seconds later, Ming Yang got knocked out. I was like, and then Grimy showed up. I was like, ain't this something? You gotta be kidding me right now. But Grimy, I also didn't pick the black dude in the Cameron Smotherman fight, and I got that right. So I'm just saying.
Yeah. I don't think picking Cameron Smotherman is a good idea at all right now. Matchwood said Harry Tubman would have chosen Alonso.
Bro, the chat, y'all kill it sometimes. I swear, y'all kill it.
He sure would have. She would have, for sure. Would have had them all on the underground. All right. So what's another fight?
The co-main.
So rumored. Oh yeah, the co-main of that.
Yeah, we got to touch the co-main.
Let's see. What is the co-main?
Umar Nurmagomedov versus David Martinez.
I forgot that fast.
Yeah. What you think about it?
Man, that's a big step up for David, man. That's a big step.
Is it? Yes, sir.
I mean, I definitely think there's a large element of danger there with David Martinez and Umar. To me, he's falling back to the pack. I mean, after we saw that chink in his armor from the first time he lost. I don't know that he's like restored our confidence since then.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I think this is an amazing fight. I expect Umar to win, but David could actually knock this dude out.
He could. David Martinez is super explosive. Super explosive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this is an amazing fight. Amazing fight.
Same. I know I've seen some people online talking about the matchup, but when you look at the rankings at bantamweight, really the only other guy Umar could have fought really was probably Song Yadong. Because I mean, Umar's number 2, O'Malley's 3, he's got to fight. Sandhagen's 4, he's got to fight. Song Yadong just fought, he's 5. Zahabi's 6, he got to fight. 7 is Davison Figueiredo, just lost. 8 is Batista, already beat him. And then David Martinez is 9. So I don't get why people are just griping about the matchup. I'm like, what other option did the UFC have?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I mean, and the fact that Umar is taking the fight, he's not pushing back on it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's supposed to. He believes he's the best in the world. Got to beat them dudes.
Yeah, I definitely like the matchup, though. I mean, David Martinez, I think, will be a little bit faster on the feet with the striking. But how does knowing that Umar has that wrestling and the grappling, does that make Martinez a little more tentative on the feet? Or is he still free? What's the takedown defense look like? So it's going to be a very good scrap, man. Very competitive. Both guys very highly skilled. It's just like you said, man, a big step up for David Martinez, but I think he's earned it, honestly.
Yeah, I think so too. Like Grimy and Tone don't think that David's ready for it. I mean, it's not a bad thought process at all. It jumped, but I mean, you got to throw him in there at some point. So
we got to find out at some point.
Right, if he wins, the shakeup in the division is crazy. So that's gonna be interesting. So potentially Charles Oliveira against Arman Tsarukyan for the BMF belt. I view a rematch. What are your thoughts on it?
I think the 5-round element makes this a completely different fight than the first time they fought, obviously. I think it makes sense in the division because, I mean, both guys are inside the top 5. We already got a lightweight title fight. Arman, honestly, is the real true number 1 contender in the division. Oliveira, BMF champion. And I've been seeing rumors that this is going to be for the BMF. And I think Arman even was talking about it in an interview. So I think it being a 5-round matchup is perfect just because whoever wins this is probably going to get the next undisputed title shot too.
Yeah. I actually hate this being if they make it for the BMF, I hate it. I mean, I think that the fight's going to be a good fight as evidenced, what we saw the first time they fought. But knowing that we saw the first time they fought, is there anything in that fight that would make you feel like, oh man, this is like a BMF type fight?
So I'll give a little pushback on this. Well, based on what we've seen for Arman Tsarukyan, he's ready to fight at any time, anywhere. It don't matter. So to me, he fits the BMF definition because, I mean, he'll fight fans on the walkout. He'll fight dudes in wrestling matches after he beat them. Arman Tsarukyan is down with the get down whenever. So am I expecting the fight to look any differently than how it looked the first time? Not really. But then again, the 5-round element might affect it because these guys might start a little slower. They might be a bit more patient, and that could potentially make the fight look totally different.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, I think so too. I just feel like having the BMF part of it is just gonna it's going to make people think the wrong thing. Like they're going to come in here and just stand and trade, and you know they're not going to. That's just not how they fight. That neither one of them, you know, that's necessarily their motive when they come in. It's just I'm just coming in to stand and trade. Like neither one of them do that. Even though they're both capable of doing it, it's just it would be a good time to be like, okay, we're gonna sit this BMF thing to the side for a while. Y'all fight how y'all want to fight to win this fight. Whoever wins can get a crack at the belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, bro, the BMF champion fighting next week anyway, so I mean, it don't really matter, you know. He fighting at the White House, bro. The real BMF champion.
So yeah, speaking of the White House, so obviously that's coming up in what 2 weeks?
Next week. Next weekend.
Is it next week?
Yep.
You seen the construction and all that stuff, everything they're doing?
Yeah, I've been seeing it.
What do you think? Are you hyped for it? I mean, how's it compared to the hype going into like UFC 300 and the Sphere?
So yeah. So when you compare it to like those other events like that, I think the Sphere, the card itself wasn't the greatest. It was more so just like where they were at. And then on the flip side, UFC 300, the card was stacked out of this world. Like if they had to combine like the Sphere with UFC 300, I think that would have been the greatest event by far. I don't think they ever would have topped it. With this one, you get a little bit of both. You get at a location that is you probably won't ever happen again, and then you got the biggest stars, active stars that have been around in the sport. You got Ilya Topuria headline against Justin Gaethje, and then you got Alex Pereira going for history to be a 3-division champ in the interim heavyweight title fight against Cyril Gane. So I'm super excited for it. It's gonna be weird watching it on a Sunday, but I'm hyped for it.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, you know how I feel about it. I'm with you, Macho and Grimy. I'm not watching it, but nothing against the fighters. Nothing against the fighters at all. And I know that the fights are gonna, I mean, they're impactful. They are necessary for each one of those divisions. Historic case of Alex Pereira. So I mean, they're massive fights, massive. That being said, they are destroying a landmark to do it.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna lie, man. It definitely looks wild. Like especially the overhead views. It's definitely wild just to see it all out there like that.
Yeah, I just wish it wasn't happening. Like I would have been good with, you know, yes, they have a UFC in Washington and it was in a different part, you know, of the city. You know, that they could do things that just not there. Like, but regardless, it's happening. And so did you hear about the what they're doing with the troops? The ones that they're trying to get to come and get.
So they want the troops to show up, but they got to pay their own way or something along those lines. I hope I'm not like saying it wrong, but some along those lines. I'm just curious to see how it all unfolds and how it all looks, because I mean, it seems like it's gonna be like a lot going on, honestly, and a lot of moving pieces, a lot of moving parts. And then on top of it, I mean, you know, the president gonna be there, Secret Service. It's definitely gonna be an event unlike anything we've seen before.
Yeah, the president, you got, you know, all kinds of dignitaries and you know, important people. It just seems like that's it's a group everybody up in one spot and blow it up. But you know, hopefully that's not the case.
And I'm thinking honestly, like I think something gonna happen or come up that was like unforeseen, like the humidity or the weather of some kind, or if there's like, I don't know, like some gnats that just show up or bugs that show up. Totally random stuff, man. I just see something unforeseen happening, and it's like, wow, this is why we don't fight outside. But we'll see.
Yeah, this could be like, so if this goes amazing, let's say that everything goes off without a hitch, nothing happens, get through the fights, everybody's safe, all that good stuff, which I hope is the case. Then what's the excuse for after that for Dana doing a stadium fight? What would be the
I'm
excuse?
gonna be honest. The excuse is gonna be there's only one guy that can really fill up a stadium. Conor. That'll probably be what it is, because I don't think anybody else could, honestly, unless you go to like a foreign country and like you put like their guy in the headline, like maybe you could do something like that. But I think Conor would be the only guy that moves the needle enough to where they could like legit like sell out like a football stadium.
Yeah, it would have to be a very strategic case that they do something like that. But if it were something like Italy in Spain, like I don't see why you. Who was it that did Octagon MMA? They did it, and it looked great. But I don't know. I'm always curious about what happens after these monumental events. Are they going to take something that they learned from that event and start to institute that in their presentation and all that good stuff? Or are they just going to do it for the one event and then never do it again? Because I mean, there was stuff that I saw from the Sphere, from a presentation standpoint, that I was like, okay, I like what they're doing here. Let's see if they bring that along, and they didn't. Stuff at the one that you went to, because obviously it's set up different with the jumbo screen, but they didn't bring it in.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
We'll see. We will see.
We shall.
You ready to get into UFC Vegas 118?
Yeah. Let's jump into that real quick.
Bro, low key, like I was talking about it on the chat last week. Bro, this weekend's card is a banger in the Apex, bro. Banger. Like go, like pull it up and look at the matchups, bro. Like Belal Muhammad, Gabriel Bonfim headline, and then the co-main, we got Brendan Allen, Edmund Shabazian. Then we got Faraz Ziem, Tom Nolan, Iwo Baranowski's fighting Junior Taffa. That's somebody's getting knocked out very quickly in that one. Marcus McGee's fighting. Like this card this weekend is not bad at all, bro.
No, it's a really good card. Really good card. This is one of those cards that I wish was actually somewhere and not.
Yeah.
But Belal Muhammad, boy, he needs to win bad. And it's a tough person to get it against. Very tough.
Yeah, because I mean, what he's lost like 2 in a row, 37 years old. And Bonfim, man, he's been on a tear. I mean, he's 9-1 in his last 10 fights, and he lost to the Brazilian killer in Nicholas Dalby, but on a 4-fight win streak. Knocked out Randy Brown his last fight. I think this is going to be interesting because obviously we know what Belal is going to be trying to do. Pressure, the grappling, the wrestling. But Bonfim's a very dangerous submission threat. So I'm curious to see how that part plays out. On the feet, I think it actually is a little closer than a lot of people realize. Like I don't think Bonfim is anything crazy on the feet, but at the same time, Belal is he's not trying to be on the feet, at least unless he's trying to prove he's a boxer like he did against JDM.
Canelo hands. It's dumb. No, I agree with you. I think that I'm looking at it. It looks like Belal is the favorite, but I'm definitely leaning Bonfim, man. That 10 years that Matthew was talking about, man, that's real. 10 years is real. How in the world did Edmund Shabazian get to fight the number 4 ranked middleweight?
That's a great question, man. Like I honestly can't answer that one for it because I don't even think Shabazian is ranked, right?
Nope.
Like, so the matchmaking has been kind of crazy. I think it's been a lot more pronounced at heavyweight than it has in the other weight classes. But I don't know. Maybe Brendan Allen upset somebody at the UFC with something he said or something like that. Because I really don't know why this fight is happening. Because like I said, I mean, Shabazian is not ranked. And if we're looking back like over like the recent history, the people that get these fights, that just get these big jump ups, they've been winning lately. They've been winning. So Brendan Allen definitely is gonna need to be careful. But at the same time, though, we got to remember Edmund Shabazian, he kind of got a little hole in his game with the grappling. We've seen him get taken down and exploited on the ground. Brendan Allen, legit submission threat. So I'm curious to see like how long Brendan Allen tries to keep this on the feet before he wants to implement the grappling.
I don't think it'll be long. I think it's going to take
better not. It'd be smart.
The Faraz Ziam fight against Tom Nolan's going to be a really good fight. I think Ziam is a dark horse in that division, man. That dude is so good. He won me over when he knocked out who's our boy?
Oh, from New York.
Yeah.
What's his name? I can't think of it.
God dang, purple shorts.
Yeah, I know exactly. Like his coach was telling him to turn around and face him, and then he turned around and faced him, and Ziam kneed him and knocked him out cold, bro. It was nasty.
Yeah, that was bad. But yeah, I like
Ziam. Matt Frivola. That's who it is. Matt Frivola.
Steamroller, yeah.
Yep. Matt Frivola.
But yeah, I think Ziam is really, really good. Bryce Mitchell still hanging around, still getting paid, I guess.
Yeah, that's an interesting matchup too. I think Luna may or may not be taking this on kind of short notice. This is his second fight in the UFC, and he getting Bryce Mitchell, man. That's we gonna see if he ready.
That's a lot. That's a lot. And then that Iwo Barnowski against Junior Tafa fight, man. Like Junior just fought.
Yeah, and that's gonna be fun too, because Junior Tafa, he won a bang. Even though I think Iwo gonna get him out of there, but it's gonna be fun. And Iwo will get hit, and he ain't afraid to trade.
Yeah, that's true. It is very true. Let's see. Look, that fight should be fun. Bruno Silva against Edgar Chairez.
That will be fun too.
Yeah, you're right, man. This card is really.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, the card is a banger, dog, for real.
Hey, before we get out of here, man, did you see the previews for UFC 6?
Oh, I did see the previews for the video game. I did see that. They got the flow state, and everybody on the internet was like complaining about it, saying they don't like it.
Yeah. So in I think it's the legacy mode, which is part of the career mode, there's a part where you get into it with somebody at a casino. Did you see that part?
No, I did not. So they dropped an official trailer?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the official trailer yet. I knew it was dropping at some point, but I haven't seen the official trailer yet.
There's a part where you get in your character or whatever character they have for you gets into it with their main rival at a casino, and it looks straight like Brendan Allen and
Marvin Vettori.
I mean, exactly like it.
Okay.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah. So
I'm definitely gonna get it, because I'm probably gonna have to like stream and play on it and see if anybody in the chat gonna want to play me online.
Yeah. No, I mean, of course, I'm gonna play you. I'm not gonna play with Izzy no more because he's gonna be trash. But
No, they're doing it like, I think they're doing like the best version of guys, like whenever
their peak.
Yeah. So he'll still be vintage, is he?
Nah, man, I'm gonna go away from him for a little while. Pick somebody different. Nah, I can't see my boy getting knocked out again. It's been enough. It's enough.
I get it. I definitely get that.
Yeah. But before we get out of here, man, are you gonna stream on Wednesday for the game?
Bro, I'm streaming the NBA Finals. So everybody in the chat, make sure you pull up Wednesday night for the NBA Finals, 7:30. That's Central Standard. I'm assuming that's what time it starts, but make sure you tune in, jump in the chat. We're gonna have a good time, enjoy the game, all the above, and I'll probably just do that throughout the whole series, and then obviously do the watch along this weekend.
For sure. Yeah. All right. Well, shout out to PSG for beating Arsenal.
Bro, you know he's salty, dog. You know he's salty.
Boy, hurting. Yeah, but until next time, man, we'll holler at y'all.
Peace.
Thanks for watching Crosswalk. Come back next Monday to chop it up.
So please, whatever.